Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and today we are not exactly in the Northwoods. We are actually in Missouri, and we are in O'Fallon, Missouri, and we just kind of found this online, and it's kind of on our way back from where we were at, so we thought we'd stop, and we are now at Crossroads Brewery. And today, Jim's not here, BK's not here. I'm actually joined by another world-famous podcaster. We've mentioned him a few times, and this is Spencer from
Waterville, the one and only place.
Your podcast is Maybe an Interview, yes. So they've had a couple of, I give you credit, you guys have had a couple of different episodes where you've tried beers and things like that. So I thought, what better way to see if he's really, knows what he's talking about, or I'm hoping, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
All right, well, yeah. So this is, I've never heard of Crossroads Brewing before, and I've never had any of their beers, so this should be interesting. So we've got a couple flights that we're going to do, and we're going to start with kind of their more, I guess, normal, if you want to call them that, lighter styles and such. And then we got another flight where it's their barrel-aged stuff. So this is going to be really interesting to see how it is. So I guess we can, are you excited, first off?
I am actually really excited.
Okay, good. No need to be nervous. Remember, there's no wrong answers unless you give me a really bad review.
I'm probably going to give a couple wrong answers.
Just kidding. So, awesome. Well, hey, we might as well jump right into it. So, the first one that they brought to us here is called their Belly Rub, and it's an American Pale Ale, 6% ABV. So, if you're familiar, I don't know how familiar you are with pale ales, but American pale ales are usually a little bit lower on the hop scale. Shouldn't be quite so hoppy and rough. Some people, hops are one of those things that people really are, either you love them or you hate them, it seems like.
Yeah.
And, so it'll be interesting to see how this one is. So I don't know if you want to try it first. Color-wise, it's a little darker than your normal, your average, beer that you see made in a lot of places.
It's really good.
Okay. It smells like an American Pale Ale, or it's not as a little bit more malty aroma to it. Oh yeah, you could drink that. That's definitely, because we've had some. Like I said, I don't know how familiar you are if you had a lot of IPAs or not, but some of them are really.
I was never raised on IPAs.
Okay, well, I guess I should ask. I'm guessing you were raised on bigger brands of beer?
Yeah, we were raised on Busch Light, Natural Light.
Oh, sure.
Our rich beer was Mick Ultra.
Oh.
Ultra.
Okay.
That was rich people beer. If you saw someone drinking that, you're like, those are wealthy people.
Those are wealthy people when they have that? Yeah, I can understand.
This is a whole new world of beer.
So, I guess, what are your thoughts on this? So, you've listened to before. Our grading scale is 0 to 5 by a tenth of a point. Just what are your thoughts? I know coming from Busch Light, natty, I can't believe I'm saying that.
Different taste.
Okay.
But it is a good taste. I really do like that. I can sit down and have a few of those.
Sure.
Be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, to me, it's definitely, I like that it's got that little bit more of a malty flavor to it, so it's not, now the next one is like an IPA, so it should be, you'll see the difference between those two styles for sure. Score-wise, what are you thinking?
I'd give it like a 2.5.
Okay, so you're just going to say, I think it's a little bit better than average, but I'm going to go like a 2.7.
Yeah.
But I agree with you 100%. You could drink this. You could drink a lot of them, and it was 6%. Yeah, so that's not bad at all. I'm going to say you could drink a few of them and not get burned out by the hop taste to it.
The hop wasn't super aggressive.
Right.
Overtaken.
Sorry, I had to try it again. Awesome. So now this one is, you can definitely tell it's going to be, this looks more like an IPA to me. And this is their Lewis IPA, Midwest IPA, 6.1%. Sir? Nice. Yeah. How long have you guys been?
We're actually hitting our 5-year anniversary next month.
Nice.
We were at COVID brewery.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we're only one in so far, but I like it. It was good. So,
it was very good.
Yeah.
Have some more, and then, like I said, once you get through those, I got a couple from the back there in Bright. I'll be kegging them Tuesday.
Okay.
A couple big stouts.
Nice. All right.
Trying to run at a coffee line.
Okay.
More like Starbucks.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, that was the brewer that stopped by. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. So this was Lewis, their IPA. It's a Midwest IPA, 6.1% ABV. Now, if you compare the color, you can see like the American is, and I think that's part of where it's the more malty flavor. That color is a little darker.
You get that, like that brown.
Yeah, it's a little more, it's close, not red, but it's a little darker, like that, where this one looks like an IPA, where it's like kind of grapefruity kind of color. So, you can smell the hops in this one. Oh, that's not bad.
That's really good.
I was going to say, it's...
that's actually really good.
Yeah.
I could sit down and drink a few of those, too.
Now you're starting to worry me. I was expecting you to be like, sound like Jim half the time when he's like, ugh.
Yeah, okay. Maybe when we get to the darker beers, you might see some faces.
No, that's not offensive at all. I was going to say, that's, for an IPA, that's pretty smooth. And that's nice. I really like that. I don't know if, Midwest IPA, because you always hear East Coast, New England IPA, West Coast, and then who is it? I can't remember if there's a brewery that has a no coast, because they're in the middle of the country, so they say they're not on the coast. But this Midwest IPA, this is good. I don't mind that. And I'm sure if you've listened, I've said before that for a year I drank pretty much nothing but IPAs so I could stand them. And I did the same with sours, and that's still a work in progress on some of those. But
I don't know about that.
But the IPAs, I do like them, and I think this is a really good example of an IPA.
Oh yeah.
Very smooth. You do get that hop aroma, and there's a little bit of the, hops typically either you're going to taste like grapefruit or you're going to taste like pine trees. It's kind of the two. But this one, I like it. I think this is very good, very mellow. It's not one of those where it's that really upfront, in-your-face taste to it. So personally, I think I'm going to give this like a 2.9. I really think that you could drink this, and it's good. And
it's close. I was going to give it 2.8.
Okay, nice. And they are a working brewery here, and they're apparently having a baby shower. So there's a little bit of noise. You can hear some background music, but that'll be, we'll edit some of that out.
That's one thing we don't do on our podcast is edit.
Well,
we're not there yet.
You're not there yet. Some days that's the scourge of the podcast, though, is like, it takes me this long to record it, and then it takes you 3 times as long to edit it,
We're not there yet.
No, sure. So, let's move on to the third beer here. This one is one that honestly is kind of intriguing to me. This is their Smoky Pete. It's a smoked porter, 7% ABV. Now, I don't know if you've had many smoked beers at all or any.
I don't think I've had any, man.
Okay, so I've had a few different ones, and they're either super smoky, like you're drinking a campfire, like really smoky, or they're on the other end where it's just a little hint. So we'll see how where this falls in. But yeah, this is an interesting one because the other ones I've had, you taste like you were in smoke.
Yeah.
So it's very dark. It looks like a porter. So all right, take an aroma of that. You get kind of that smoky.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see how smoky it is.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that smells really good.
You definitely get that smoke.
Oh yeah, but it's pretty mellow though.
Yeah, really.
That would
be a little bit worse.
Yeah, because there was, and I can't remember the company that made it, but they had one that it was like you were drinking liquid smoke, and it was honestly it was terrible.
Oh.
But this one, I mean, it has more of a. It reminds me of a very good porter, and you just get a hint of that smoke flavor. Your porters, you typically got like a more malty flavor, which I definitely get, and I don't mind that at all. That is like actually really good, and I like that little bit of smoke on the end is where I get it. So yeah, that's I like that. Boy, score-wise, Smoky Pete, I'm going to give that like a 3.2. I like that. 7%. This is one of those. I think after I drank a pint of it, I might switch to something else just because of that.
Yeah.
I think that smoky flavor might get a little bit much.
Yeah, you feel like you ate an ass day.
Right. Exactly. So what do you think on the score?
I was going to give it a 3.
3? Okay.
I do like it. I really do.
See,
I was a little bit worried about the smokiness, like you were saying, like a lot or a little, but that is not perfect.
Yeah, this is a good example. Now that we're sitting here talking, I still do have that kind of lingering smokiness a little bit.
It for a minute.
But it's definitely not bad. I'm impressed so far with their first 3 beers. These are all very good. All right, so we'll do this one. This will finish out our smaller flight. smaller ABV wise anyway.
If you need anything, just shop. And he's our brewer here, so we've gotten pretty good reviews. What do you think of that Crown and Hearth? That's what you've got in your hand, I believe.
This one we have not tried it yet.
Tried.
It's one of my
honestly, all have been good. That smoky porter is really good.
Very good.
I like that.
We have a cream ale and we have a red that are our favorites. They're gone. I mean, like gone. So he's making them, but they're not ready yet. But I'm sorry that you weren't here for this.
Oh,
to come back.
Yeah, there you go.
Here?
Actually, I'm in Wisconsin.
Okay, so you're not going to be back anytime
Well, not anytime soon, but you never know.
All right. Well, good. Enjoy.
Yes, thank you. All right. So the next beer, this is the fourth beer, the final one on their first flight, and this is their Crown and Hearth. And now she said it's an ESB bitter, and ESB is it's extra strong bitter, I believe is what it stands for. And it's you know with a name like that, you're going to think, oh my gosh, it's going to be like they're not like that. I promise you, it is going to taste different, but it's not that bad. You know, and they're I like it. So it's 5% ABV. Color wise, I mean it's a little bit, again, closer to that first one. Yeah, a little bit, a little closer to getting like an amber almost color, not quite that dark yet. Oh, that's smooth.
That's actually pretty good. I was a little worried about that one. In the bitter, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And like I said, some of these, see, that's the thing that I really like about craft beer. What got me into craft beer is growing up, well, when I became of age, it was, you didn't have a lot of craft beer. And I remember I went to college in Mankato, and Mankato was a test city for Michelob Golden and Golden Light.
Yeah.
So, they'd have it there, and I'd go and talk to like my dad and Ed about it, and they're like, what are you talking about? Because it wasn't out yet, and we were just like a test market. So that was the style of beer they had. It was just, like you said, your Natty Light and your things like that.
Yeah.
So then when craft beer kicked in, it's like, man, beer has flavor. And that's the thing that, to me, is always kind of crazy, that a lot of people don't want to try, or they don't give it a chance because they've already got this preconceived notion that, it's going to be terrible.
Oh, that's everyone I know.
Yeah. But, and again, there's, like, when we get into the next one, some of these are probably going to be ones that I wouldn't recommend to somebody that's never had, because your ABVs are higher and they're barrel aged.
Well, they're
things
intimidating how dark they are.
So you're a little intimidated going into those ones?
A little bit.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can...
I've had some darker beer. They weren't my absolute favorites, but they weren't terrible either. They were good.
See, but now you'll be able to brag that you actually have had some.
Oh, I will.
So let's get back to the Crown and Hearth. What did you think of that one?
It was actually very good. I was a little worried about, you were saying bitter. Mm-hmm. I didn't know exactly how that was going to taste, but it was actually very smooth. That's
one of those things with the name of the style. It kind of freaks people out at times, because the first time I had it too, I was like, man, is this going to be like a sour or a tart thing, or just you drink it and you're like, oh, and they're not. It's just, for whatever reason, sometimes they pick bad names, I guess, for a style.
Definitely wouldn't put bitter as the name.
No.
Change that.
So score-wise, what do you think?
I was going to give it a 2.7.
Okay. Yeah, I like that too. I think, man, I'm going to go a 3 on that. I think that's another really good example of that style. Yeah, so of the first 4, what was your favorite one, do you think?
I'd have to say that second one, number 2.
The IPA?
Yeah, the Lewis.
Wow. I'm impressed.
It was very good.
Good, yeah. I say they were all really good. I really like that porter for whatever reason. That's really good. So here, let's switch these around. Now just remember, there's nothing to be afraid of.
The color is super intimidating.
So let's see. So I'm gonna see which way we should go. Okay, so we might as well we'll just go. We're gonna start with this one, because this last one here is actually not barrel aged. This is like their normal stout. This is their Dragon Ass, and
that's a good
and
name.
It's an oatmeal stout, which I really like oatmeal stouts. We've got a very good one in Oscar's back home that is very good. And this is, I got to find the number again. 16. It is 5.25%. So this is going to be very drinkable. It's going to have a lot more malty flavor. As you can see, it's dark, But this one is going to be, well, you'll see the difference when we get into these other ones. Oh, yeah, that smells like a stout. It's not bad. It's got a little different flavor to it than I was expecting, but it's not
Those dark beers always remind me of coffee.
Oh, sure. Well,
taste.
a friend of ours back home, he always says that when we drink these, it's coffee and cigarettes, is what it said it reminds him of. So.
It does, actually. But I could sit down and have one or two of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, when I was mentioning Oscars, that one is a chocolate oatmeal stout, so it has a little bit more of and it's chocolate, but it's not like you're drinking Hershey's chocolate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does add another flavor to it. Well, this one is just an oatmeal stout, but it's not bad. I don't mind it. You get on the aftertaste, it lingers a little bit. You know, you get kind of that malt, but it's a maltiness.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, score-wise, I think it's a decent example. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say a 3 as well. I think it's better than average.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3.
Okay.
I liked it actually.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. And like I said, at 5.25%, you could drink a number of them realistically. And I think that's one of those that you wouldn't get burned out by the flavor. You know, and none of these really. That's the thing I'm impressed with so far. None of these you'd be like, oh, I just can't drink a pint of it. You know. Now some of the next 3 might be different. I'm just gonna lay that out.
Awesome.
So, all right. Well, we might as well. Now, again, I think Jim and I have tried. Well, in BK, I'm sure we've rated over at least 800 barrel-aged beers. So this is kind of really our specialty, so to speak, is we really kind of look at these. And we've had these sitting here for a little bit now because we try and get them to warm up a little bit. Like your other ones, your IPAs and such, typically they say, oh, you can drink those at 45 to whatever degrees, you know, and it's all good. Where a lot of these barrel-aged ones, they want you to be 50 to 54.
Really?
Because then the flavors come out a little more.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how cold they are, and we can taste them. Then afterwards, we can come back and try them again and see, because it is kind of crazy how the flavor will change. Like more stuff kind of comes out on the taste.
That's
so
interesting.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, well, so the first one, we just go down the list, I guess. So the first one is their barrel-aged streusel. It's a barrel-aged Belgian quad. Be prepared. You're good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This is
ready.
a 12.1%.
Jeez.
So, like I said, this one is, we upped the ABV just a skosh. So Belgian quads, I don't know if you've had many Belgian beers or not, but a lot of Belgian beers have a distinct flavor, kind of a yeasty flavor. Okay. Have you ever had a 12.1% beer?
No.
Okay, so this should be, and remember,
That's usually not in our wheelhouse.
12.1, that's usually 4 beers in.
I mean, really, yeah. You think of it that way.
So, all right, so it'll be interesting to see what you think of this, because like I said, Belgian beers really they get this flavor from the yeast, and it's very unique at times. Now, and it's barrel aged. The one thing I wish they did say but if you look in the back of the room, they've got barrels sitting here that are just, I'm guessing, full of stuff. And
so they put the beer in those barrels and then age them for how long?
It all depends. Some of the beers that we've had from Central Waters, they'll age for like 73 months.
Really?
Yeah. And other beers, your normal barrel-aged beers aren't aged that long, but I bet you they're probably close to a year, typically. So they'll buy the barrels from whatever, name your distillery, and when you put the beer in, as it warms and cools and stuff, it's going into the wood and coming out, drains back out, and it pulls that flavor out of the wood. Yeah. So that's how that all started. So, all right, well, enough talking. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that smells very good. Oh, I like that.
That does smell really good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, for a 12.1%. Now, this is one you wouldn't want to slam a 6-pack of it.
No. We're having one.
But boy, I'm getting almost like a cherry kind of flavor, something like that in it. That's really good. Smooth for 12.1%. That's very
I thought it'd be a lot harsher.
Right.
Very smooth.
It's funny. I don't know. Have you ever had Guinness?
Yeah.
So I remember the first time. Guinness is one. The first time when I first got into trying craft beer, my brother-in-law at Christmas Eve had brought a Liney's sampler pack, and they had this creamy dark, and it was just a stout, kind of their normal stout, and it was 6%. And I remember the first time I tried that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so strong! I can't hardly drink this," And then they don't make it anymore now, but I tried it later, and it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you get used to drinking these things,
drinking these things,
it's like crazy. But yeah, I totally get like a cherry flavor out of it. And the thing that I'm noticing too is I don't really get that Belgian yeasty flavor that much. But boy, I think I saw they may have bottles that I may have to pick up a bottle to take back. That's good. Like I said, it's a streusel. What do you think?
I was gonna give it a 3.
A 3? I say I'm going higher than that. I think that's really good. I think I'm gonna go like probably a 3.9. I really like that. That is really good. And like I said, that I don't know if that's what it is, but that cherry flavor kind of pops out.
I think it's a cherry.
I really like that. That is definitely doable there. Nice. All right, well, we'll just keep going. This one's a little different color, not quite as dark. This is their barrel-aged Night Walker, a Belgian strong dark ale. So this one's only 9.1%.
That's better.
So that's a little close.
Yeah.
You only had 3 beers now instead.
Yeah.
But like color-wise, this is almost kind of like I don't even know how you want to describe it. It's definitely it's not like your normal dark.
No, I thought it'd be dark.
Yeah. So, well, let's see. Then that barrel-aged Night Walker, and I wish they had where it told, what barrels it was. That's kind of a big thing too, because I mean, we've had some. The highest beer we've ever rated was by Central Waters, and it was aged in Pappy Van Winkle barrels.
Really?
Yeah, and that one was aged, I think that one was 73 months. And it was just crazy, and it was unbelievable. So we'll see about this one. It's a different style, because this is a Belgian strong dark ale, but it's got a little different aroma. Boy, that's not bad. I almost get kind of trying to think of what flavor that is. It's almost like a kind of a caramel, but it's like a little bit of a tartness to it. And see, that's more what I was expecting from the first one for that Belgian, the yeasty kind of flavor. But that's not bad. I'm fairly impressed.
Not my absolute favorite, but still good.
It's definitely a different flavor.
Yeah. It's like a caramel or... I can't put my finger on it.
I was going to say, I'm sitting there going, what is that? It's definitely got a different flavor, and there is a little bit of a tart to it. Score-wise, what are you thinking on that one?
Probably a 2.8.
2.8?
It wasn't my absolute favorite, but...
Sure.
I can still have 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say for me, I think it's, I'm going to go like a 3.4. A little, I like that other one better. But this one it's definitely unique.
Yeah.
And it does have that flavor that I would drink these you'd probably get in like a 10-ounce pour. You wouldn't get a pint of it. You get a little smaller one. And I drink one, but then I think I would definitely move on to a different one from there.
One and done.
Yeah, because that flavor is
unique.
And I'm saying I don't know what the tartness is, but it's good.
I can't, I'm trying to think. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. It's there, and it's like, I should know what it is, but I can't quite figure it out.
It'll come to me later.
Yeah. All of a sudden it'll be, oh, that's it. I knew it. All right, well, hey, the last one we have on this flight here is their barrel-aged Figaro, and it's a barrel-aged Belgian quad, and it's 12.1% also. So same style as that first one, the first barrel-aged one that we had. So this should be interesting. So I don't know. Like I said, this streusel definitely had that cherry flavor. So we'll see what this one, if this is more of just what I was expecting for a Belgian quad. Oh, it smells good.
Oh, it does smell good.
See, this one is more what I was like.
Good.
This one has a little bit more of a barrel. You can taste the.
You can taste
I don't know. I wish I knew if it was bourbon. It tastes kind of like a bourbon flavor to it.
For sure, bourbon.
This one, the barrel-aged flavor stands out more, I think, than like the first one did. The streusel, because that one the fruit flavor really kind of hit me, that cherry flavor. This one is more what I was expecting for a Belgian quad. It's been a barrel-aged one. Like I said, I do wish that we knew what the barrels were, but hey, for me, it's not a deal breaker. So, so yeah, this one, I think the flavor is a little more intense. You definitely get a little bit more of that barrel flavor in it. Yeah, I could drink that.
I could too, yeah.
So, I think I saw they had, I'm going to have to check out and see. Make sure that Susie doesn't see what the bill is. So this one, I like it. I think I'm going to give this like a 3.7.
I was going to 3.3.
Okay, I say really very smooth. Again, for 12.1%, it's pretty crazy. And that's the one thing I really am enjoying about a lot of these breweries now, that they do make the higher ABV beers, but then they when you taste them, they don't taste like it.
Yeah.
because we've had some that, boy, it is so strong of a bourbon flavor, or one of the worst ones, I shouldn't say worst, one of the ones that there was, Founders had, it was called Rum Runner, and it was aged in rum barrels, and it was so, and my spirit of choice is rum, but it was so strong of a rum flavor that you couldn't hardly drink it. I mean, it was just like, whoa. So I had a bottle in the fridge, the back of the beer fridge, and kind of forgot about it. And I can't remember how long it was then I dug it out, and then it's mellowed out and it's really good. But boy, when you first bought it, it was like, wow, you know. But these ones, like I said, they're not, even this one that it does have a little bit stronger of a barrel flavor, it's still not.
It's not overpowering.
No, exactly. So, your first barrel-aged beers, you survived.
I did survive, and I'll probably have to start drinking those more often. Those are actually very good.
See, now I remember it was your co-host, I think, that said that his dad said we need to try some of these.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So now you're going to have to say, hey, I stepped up.
Now, I don't think my co-host could handle these. He's a bit soft, but anything with flavor.
Sometimes my co-host is soft, too, but it's more on the sour and IPA side, I guess. So.
I could definitely drink all these, really. I could sit down and have a few. No problem.
Nice, yeah. See, that, like I said, that's the whole thing that our whole goal is with this podcast is just to try and introduce more people to the world of craft beer, so to speak. And don't be afraid just because it says it's barrel aged, you know.
The bitter one threw me off. Just the word bitter is like, that probably going to taste not good. But
it's surprising,
me,
right?
Very good.
You know, and that's the whole thing, is it's like, don't judge it before you even taste it.
Yeah.
You know, and we all know I know a lot of people that you set something this color down, they're like, nope.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to try it.
Most people I know.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be barrel aged. It could be just like that porter or anything. If it's dark, nope, it's terrible, you know. And I still remember we had an Oktoberfest party at Jim's house. This is a number of years ago, and decided we were going to do a beer tasting, right? And there's people in it that I don't even remember who they were because they were cousins of a friend of ours or whatever. Wow. And when we did 3 categories like we do at the camper, and then we had Oktoberfest, we had pumpkin, and then we had wild card. And wild card is typically up there, it's your barrel aged stuff, and we bring that. And we had people that put Miller Lite in the wild card, and as soon as they got like this, you know, like this color of beer, just dumped it in the bucket and zero, you know.
Really?
Oh yeah, they wouldn't even taste it, you know. And it's like, it's kind of crazy,
See,
you know.
I'll try everything, especially because some of my buddies, they'll drink IPAs and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. And I know other people are like, I'll never do it. I'm a ride or die Miller Lite guy. I'm like, just try it. You'd be surprised how good a lot of this stuff is.
Oh yeah,
Very
exactly. Good. So on the last 4 here, what are your thoughts? Like I said, your first barrel aged, your first Belgian beers, you know, things like that. So
it's a hard decision. I think I'm going to go with number 5.
With the streusel one?
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the one I was going to say was probably my favorite on that flight. Very good. That cherry flavor kind of gave it that little bit,
very good.
You know, a little extra. And again, all of these, they surprised me because, like I said, I've never heard of this place. And Jim and I and my brother, you know, and things like that we go to a number of breweries. Actually, this is my 170th different brewery now that I've been to. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Susie sometimes doesn't agree with it because we plan our trips around. As soon as Susie will decide where we're going, then I look to see if there's craft breweries there.
As you should.
Why are we in St. Louis? So we actually came down. My daughter is still teaching first grade in Missouri, and we came down and we happened to notice that the Rascal Flatts was performing in St. Louis, and fortunately, we're friends with the lead singer, with Gary LeVox from Rascal Flatts, so we went and hooked up with him last night and saw the concert. Great concert. And then we got to hang out with them before the concert, after the concert. It was really fun. I do have one complaint. We left the cold to come down here on the coldest weekend in Missouri history, I think.
You definitely picked the wrong weekend to come.
But
give it a day or two.
Yeah, it'll be back. That's what you had told me the other day, that the snow will be gone by Wednesday, and I'm like, our snow will be gone by June. So,
it don't linger long around here.
No, exactly. Well, hey, I think I believe the brewer said he was going to hook us up with a couple beers, so I'm going to pause this. we'll finish our flights here on these, and then we'll try these other two and put those on there as well. So we'll be back shortly. All right. Hey, we're back. We just got 2 more beers here, and they're not even on tap yet. Apparently, he must have heard Spencer's podcast. So
I'm sure he did. We're pretty well known.
You had an in. So we have caramel macchiato and hazelnut praline, and he said they're not barrel aged, but they're stouts, and they're 12.1%. So this should be interesting because he was saying that it kind of getting into the coffee. So this is the coffee and cigarettes portion that our friend said. So
I'm not a huge fan of coffee.
It's funny. I don't drink coffee unless it's in a stout.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can't stand. I love walking down the coffee aisle in the store. If coffee tasted as good as it smelled,
yes,
like actual coffee,
I would definitely drink
it'd be great. But in a beer, it's awesome. So we're gonna give these a whirl. Oh. That smells good. Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Really good.
That's another one of those. That's one of those that'll mess you up. That you'll drink a glass of it and then you'll be like, oh, that's not bad. And you try and stand up and go, wait a second.
Yeah, that's an issue there. That's really good.
Wow. And that was the caramel macchiato, and you definitely get that caramel flavor.
You do.
That's good.
Makes me want to start drinking coffee.
I agree. Man, I'm giving that a 4. I mean, that's really good. And like I said, he was the brewer said they weren't going to even keg it until Tuesday, I think. So this is like we can't even get any to bring back to try. That is wow. Yeah. What do you say on a score on that one?
I was going to give it a 4.
A 4.
Yeah, I really like it.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, might as well. So this is their. What did he say? Hazelnut praline. All right, so we'll try this one. Man, that smells good. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. That's good. Is that a good woof or a
little bit of both?
No, that's good.
It's not bad. I just gotta get used to that coffee and the
sure,
taste.
Yeah. Score wise on this one, I'm gonna go like a 3.7. I think right now the top one that for myself was that caramel macchiato was the top flavor that we had today, and that's amazing. He knows what he's doing, so awesome. Well, Spencer, you survived.
I did.
You're feeling okay?
Oh, I feel wonderful. I got a few more.
Wow. All right. Slow down.
Brought me to a whole new world of beer. Yeah. I have to explore now.
See, the whole purpose that we try to do is just to show people that there's flavor, there's good flavor. Again, I'm the first one to say, there's some that are not very good.
Yeah.
But all of these 10 here were very, very good. I'm impressed.
I'll have to force my co-host into trying it.
Well, let me know how that goes.
Oh, it's gonna go poorly, but I'm gonna make him. He needs to know.
And it's kind of funny because I'd sent you some beers down before to try, and I've got Susie will verify. I've got a crap load of barrel aged beers in the basement, and I was like, should I send some of these? I think you better work them up to that point. He said. So.
Yeah, because most of those beers you sent us, we really liked. I don't think we had any that we disliked, really.
Right.
There's a few we put ahead of others, but they were still all very good.
Yeah, well, cool. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And like I said, I've never been to Crossroads, never heard of them.
Never heard of it either.
And the one thing I will say is every beer they had was really good. Again, that caramel macchiato, I think Head and Shoulders was the best flavored one that we had. We do have some beer in every glass that we got to finish. So
yes, we do.
We're going to get to work and finish those, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, Spencer, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
You bet. And hey, I'm sure you know how this ends, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, if you've listened,
what?
Like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
Oh, yeah.
And your beer is always cold.
Yeah.
See, it's easy, man. See?
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Brewery podcast.
That part's pre-recorded, so it's all good. Man, I'm getting heckled already. Awesome. Hey, thanks. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you. So
a lot of fun.
Definitely we'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.